Hey, my name's Anthony.
My name's Alex.
And we are
The PTA Podcast.
What's happening, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the PTA Podcast.
What's going on, people?
As always, don't forget, like and subscribe to us on YouTube and Spotify. Thank you. What's happening, mate?
This is where I stay silent.
All right, guys, we're going to start our episode today with our favourite segment, the footy rundown,
Yeah.
or the wrap-up of the week. How you going, Alex? 60 what, Neil? 60.
I don't know, bro. I was saying to one of the
Did
boys.
you switch off after 50, Neil?
I was at the game.
Oh, gosh. What a waste
Yeah. A mate of mine's daughter goes for the Panthers, and she had come down from Orange, so we took her to the game. And that's the end of that.
68
nil, man. 68 nil. You know, I was saying to one of the boys, you know, Men in Black, where they have that thing that it deletes your memory. I zapped myself with that after the game. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Look, I know you guys got players out, but
Nah, that was just.
does that justify 68 nil?
It doesn't justify. No, there's no reason to justify 68 nil.
You know they missed out on, I think it was 4 tries as well. Like, apparently.
No, that was the Roosters.
No, was
That was the Roosters against Canberra, because they pumped Canberra as well.
They
They
did.
kept Canberra to scoreless in Canberra.
That was a big. I was a bit upset with that game because I was hoping Canberra would win.
Nah, bro, Canberra got pumped. Like, Roosters bombed 5 tries. It should have been 50 nil, pretty
Yeah,
much.
there you go.
But yeah.
But I got told as well that Panthers should have got to about 80. There's a couple of tries that they bombed apparently. And if they did,
Honestly, bro, like, I was
18
just.
Has there been a score of 80 before?
Nah, no, I don't think so.
Gosh.
Oh, maybe back, like, before the NRL era, like in the early 1900s when rugby league first started, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, man, no, there's no excuse for something like that, man. It goes to show how weird the game is, right? So, no excuses at all, just throwing stats out there. In the first 10 minutes of the game, the Tigers had 1 set, and we had already made 62 tackles in 10 minutes.
Wow.
Because of the 6 agains.
But was this because of the ill discipline? Was it because of...
A combination of unforced errors that we made, but within the first 3 minutes, the Panthers got 2 6 agains. And then that first 10-minute period just absolutely gassed us of energy, because you made the same amount of tackles you would make in one half in 10 minutes. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So, combination of, you know, the 6 again rule, us making unforced errors, and then you get fatigued, you become brain dead. Like Benji Marshall said in the press conference, you know, we were dumb with the ball. And we put ourselves under pressure against, bro, the most clinical team in the competition that the NRL's ever seen in the last 20
like
years.
4 or 6 points clean now?
They're 4 points clear first, I think. I think you're right.
Yeah.
But, bro, they are just so good, man. They are so good. And if you give them a sniff, they literally will slit your throat and stomp on your head.
They sink their teeth in and that's it. Yeah.
Bro, they're so good. They're so clinical. And in the game now, man, like, you literally can't make one mistake or give 1 6 again, or else you're fucked. That's it. You're done.
That's true.
You know, that's why there was a group of players, I think it was about 10 of them, that actually held a meeting in person with Volandis over the weekend. Current players, they literally voiced the opinion of the rest of the NRL teams and players, pretty much saying, like, we're sick of playing this game because all these rules that you've brought in, we can't keep up, and we're sick of it. Munster and Hughes are 2 of them that have been very vocal against the NRL, saying, like, we actually don't like playing the game anymore at all, because it's just gone too far.
What do you mean gone too far? As in all these rules?
All the rules, but the 6 again rule mainly, bro. They can't keep, the players themselves physically can't keep up. And so it's gone like...
Are you saying it's becoming too quick?
Way too quick and way too fatiguing.
Touch football?
100%.
Yeah.
Because think about it, right? It's gone, like, it's getting to the point now...
It is quite a quick game. It is quite a fast game.
It's getting to the point now where, like, you ultimately don't really need that much talent. And what I mean by that is...
You don't. If players get tired, you just got to learn how to run straight.
That's it.
Yeah.
So it gets to the point where, like, you have 2, 3, 4, 6 agains in a row, right? Because that happens. And there's no skill being thrown out there. It's literally just catch, pass until you find a hole because people are tired.
So what was their hope of... What was the objective for them, sorry?
To get the NRL to understand, like we're not your guinea pigs. We're not here to make you and the broadcasters money. We're athletes, and we need to play a game that's actually playable. Not.
Do you think Fernandes will listen?
100% he won't, because all he cares about is money. It's like, for example, right? He's got a media ban on what's it called? On individual content creators that make content about NRL. So these content creators are getting their posts and whatnot taken down by Facebook and Instagram because Volandis is pushing this agenda that only the broadcasters are allowed to report about the NRL. And anyone that's making a podcast like this, or people that have an Instagram account solely because they're a massive rugby league fan, that are making content on social media, they're getting their posts pulled down because it's too controversial. And the content creators are saying the truth, and the broadcasters are saying, what the NRL want them to say.
You're giving a polished version, yeah.
Exactly right.
But what happened to free speech? Like, I know we're digressing.
But you see, but this is the whole thing. This is where now the game is turning into.
I told you
we want to make.
Ago, I don't enjoy watching it, and this is the biggest reason why.
He wants to make whoever's paying the most amount of money for the rights of the sport. He wants to make, whether it's Channel 9 or Fox League or Fox Sports, whatever, wants to make them and himself as much money as possible at the detriment of the players, because look at the injury toll. It's the biggest it's ever been in the history of the NRL.
So how does Volandis get a job as a CEO of the NRL, right, if he's causing more damage than good? How does he retain his job? Because
they're hiding it behind all these stats they're throwing out there about the most viewership and the records and this and that, and taking it global and Vegas. And
Hold on. You can definitely be able to skew stats your way.
100%
right?
you can.
Because they're probably going off averages, right? And there's with averages? Outliers.
100%.
Right? So they're probably going off...
That's when I was talking about Magic Round a few
And if
they're
comparing this year, right, to last year or the year before, right, of course it's going to get bigger. It's because you're spending more money on advertising and bringing more eyes to the game. That's a normal response.
100%.
But what I would like to see is how many of those people stay watching. How many of those memberships of those clubs still get renewed?
Well, let's go back to Munster and Hughes.
Right? Do you know the Bulldogs have lost a significant amount of memberships from last year compared to this year?
I can imagine.
Does he report on that?
No way. Look at Munster and Hughes. Munster and Hughes both vocally said there's been so many games this year where after the first 15, 20 minutes, they've just turned it off. There's so many other supporters. Just on social media have been like, after 20 minutes I turned it off. There's no point watching.
But what does Volandis need to hear, right? The guys that are actually playing the sport that's making him money are telling him, hey, we don't like playing anymore. What are they going to do? They'll leave. You know where they'll go?
Union.
Yeah. And you know what will happen then? Union will take over this entire country sport.
Like it did before.
It's still bigger than a rugby league.
Yeah, to a certain extent, 100%.
No, not to a certain extent. There's more rugby union clubs around Australia than there are rugby league clubs around Australia.
It's just Rugby Australia as an organisation don't have money. That's what it is.
Not as much as the NRL, exactly right.
But it's starting to get. So sorry to digress from obviously that Tigers game. It's starting to get to the point where where players are just starting to get sick of playing. And the thing is that they don't even know what the 6 agains are for. That's what I was saying.
Last week we went to the game, right? Tigers Dogs. Great atmosphere. It was a great atmosphere, but there were so many points in the game. I'm looking at it going, what was that penalty for?
And both of us were like, we've got no idea.
I said, there was a 6 again. What happened?
I'm like,
I don't know. And it was for the Dogs. I'm happy that it happened, but I don't know why it happened, because it didn't look like anything was wrong in that.
That's the thing. And so if you watch the game, for example, again, I'll talk about the Tigers. If you watch the Tigers-Penrith game, I'm not even talking about the last 70 minutes, just talking about the first 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
We got, I think it was 2 or 3 back-to-back 6 agains, right? But then, and we defended them. And we were resilient, and we defended our line, right? And we pushed them back, and we got the ball back. And we get the ball back, and you watch the first tackle, second tackle, third tackle, and you're looking at it and you're like, so if you gave Penrith a 6 again for
the same thing,
why aren't we getting it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so that went on for the first 10 minutes. And then, like I said, we made 62 tackles in the first 10 minutes, got fatigued, let one try in. You make another mistake, you let another try in. You make another mistake, you let another try in. Then you get scoreboard pressure. So you start throwing stupid passes. They become unforced errors. And then it's a downhill.
I like that. Scoreboard pressure. I like that.
You know what I mean? Because think about it, 18-0 against Penrith Panthers. There's now pressure on you.
Yeah, of course.
Because it's hard enough to score 1 try against them, let alone 3.
100%.
You know, so again, no excuse for the result. At the end of the day, 68-0 is a combination of attitude, effort, many things. But when you really when you take out, when you look at the game from take out the bias, you take out, I've heard people in media, bag out the Tigers for that game. Luke Keary in particular he bagged Jerome Luai on Fox Sports, absolutely bagged him on Fox Sports. He needs to step up, this, that, and it's like, what the fuck do you want him to do when his whole team is getting dismantled? What's he going to do when they don't even have the ball in their hand? What do you want him to do? Yeah, any player. Put Nathan Cleary in that Tiger side
same thing
on the weekend and put Luai in the Panthers side, right? And everyone would have hammered Nathan Cleary because what do you want him to do? Yeah. Look at how much shit Cleary copped at the beginning of last year when Panthers went 7-8 in a row losses.
But that's what happens. I mean, they're either with you or they're just cutthroat against you.
And so,
So Luai knows better to not let that affect him. Unfortunately, Kiri just wants to feel like he's knowledgeable and can say something. That's all it is.
Some things he was saying I totally get. As a leader
it's
and whatnot, I get
easy.
it.
It's so
easy to say. But I look at it and I'm like, bro, you were once a player. You were once a player in a team that was always up there in the Roosters, right? And South Sydney, right? So you know what it's like when your team's under pressure and everything's going against you.
When he was playing for both those clubs, there were times where he was playing and they were getting dismantled themselves.
100%.
He would know how much that negative talk about him would impact him.
100%.
As a former player of recent times, shut up, bro.
But in saying that as well, you also didn't play in an era where there are no penalties anymore. It's just 6 again. So you don't even know what it's like on the field now.
Yeah, his era was a better era of rugby league for sure.
You get a penalty, all right, you lose yardage because they're kicking and gaining yardage, but you at least get a chance to have a 30-second breather, set your defensive line and go again.
That's always been a better way for me because, instead of these constant reset.
I honestly think that, how the NRL kept saying, fans don't like the stop-start of the game. I actually never ever heard fans talk about stop-start.
Bro, this big organisation is not going to sit there and ask the fans the honest opinion. They're not. And the reason why they're not is because they don't want the honest opinion, because that means they actually have to work harder
100%.
and be better with what they're doing. Right? And so, the rules have been the rules for so long, and no one's complained about the way the game is. No one has. You get the random idiot player on the field that does a couple of high tackles. That doesn't mean you flip the whole rule book because of a couple of freak accidents.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Right? But this is rugby league, Alex.
Because then they'll say, we don't officiate the game differently based on different games, right? But then
Shut up.
I guarantee you.
Such bullshit.
The grand final this year, mark my words, you'll barely see a 6 again. Mark my words. We'll bring it back up when the grand final's on. You'll barely see a 6 again.
Because I probably won't even watch the grand
final. You know what I mean?
Or
Origin next Wednesday,
right?
Yeah. You'll barely see a 6 again. You might see maybe in total, I reckon about 4 or 5 in total out of the whole 80 minutes. Not 6 of them in the first half. Watch.
It depends on the referee too. Some of these referees are they're just trigger happy.
Like the Origin game 1 that just passed, we barely saw a 6 again. The Klein just let the game play.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Until that one call where Ponga went in. Did you see he did the same tackle?
On Warbrick. It should have been a penalty try.
Should have been a fucking send off again.
He literally did a shoulder charge.
Exactly the same.
In a try scoring situation.
Arm by his side.
That forced Warbrick to drop the ball. And they caught it just on the
He's lucky he didn't clip his head, bro.
No, and they said nothing. He went to judiciary and they said nothing. Oh, sorry, match review committee there, they said nothing.
Oh, because there was no impact. If it was an impact, different story. Anyway, let's talk about the Bulldogs and Parramatta. The world's worst game of rugby league I've ever seen. It was a bunch of Howard Matthews players or trying out for the Howard Matthews team.
Yeah, bro.
That's what I felt.
Our uncle goes for the Bulldogs as well, like Anthony. And this morning he was like, you know what, bro? Don't even worry about losing 68-0, man. We showed that we're fucking worse than a junior club side.
And we've got our full strength team. Think about it.
You know what? Both sides. Actually, you know what? Parramatta actually have a lot of players out.
Parramatta have a lot of players out.
They got a lot of players out.
And their main man, Mitchell Moses, wasn't playing. If Mitchell Moses is playing, we lose. We lose.
Yeah.
All they lacked was direction. They didn't lack heart.
You know what? They fucking put the effort in, bro.
They were up 12-0. I'm thinking to myself, we're going to.
And they scored 2 tries in 3 minutes or 4 minutes.
But they broke through the middle of our pack like that pack didn't even exist.
What's going on there, bro?
Our club?
Yeah, what's going on?
Shambles. I don't want Crichton in the team anymore. I'm going to call it. Everyone's going to get upset with me as a Dogs fan. I think we played better without Crichton. I think Crichton's too annoyed with the club management and too irritated with Galvin in particular because now it's starting to show on the field.
Yeah.
Galvin threw some dumb passes on the weekend.
Badly.
Right, yesterday, I should say.
He made some dumb decisions as well, bro.
And Critter was like abusing him on the field. He's never done that before.
Yeah.
In his whole career, you've never heard him do that before.
I've heard some whispers as well that
Critter's on the
Galvin...
out. Critter's going to be on the out.
Well, I've heard some whispers that Galvin and his family get a bit of special treatment within the club.
Of course they do.
Specifically when it comes to like away games. His family get like special treatment from the club to go to away games. Whereas everyone else's families just got to,
You got to pay your way.
find their own way there.
Yeah. It's stuff
like that, yeah.
It's stuff like that, right? This is Phil Good's fault. I swear I wish I abused him when I saw my Gala's pies. I swear I wish I abused him. I want to throw my fucking pie at his head. It's stuff like that. That's not in the nature of the game.
Yeah.
It's not, right? And you've come to the Bulldogs. I know he probably doesn't care about the way the Bulldogs are and the way the culture of our club is. But we've built that club based on one thing and one thing only. Family, right? We're a family club. That's what guys like Critter and Burton came to the club for.
They came from a family club as well.
Panthers, exactly like that. But the problem with Phil Gould, he's had so much success in his career. To him, to himself, I feel like he can't do any wrong.
Yeah.
Right? And I really hope he sees this. I really do. Because I'd love to have a conversation with him about what goes through his mind, right, when he dismantles a team who's running second and absolutely killing it.
Running first. You guys were first.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
You were 4 points clear,
Yeah,
first
that's right.
place.
We were running first. Absolutely killing it. Every player is playing exactly how they need to play. They want to be there. They're playing with heart. What goes through your mind, right, when you actually sit there and say, you know what, I'm going to break this up? That's literally what I want to know. And if he's not going to admit the truth, everyone who knows anything...
He hasn't admitted the truth because James Graham had him on his podcast. And to James Graham credit, he
asked
put him
him
in his place.
Yeah, but he asked him questions.
He asked him the hard questions and Phil Good literally lied through his teeth.
But he lied through his teeth, but then he started abusing him, saying, why are you fighting with me? Why are you fighting with me? It's like he's asking you a question. This is what a podcast interview is all about.
Because then Phil Good says what he says, but then you backtrack a year ago and you get Reid Marnie who's sitting there in tears and being asked what was the reason for them getting rid of you. And he says, when you find out, let me know because I still don't know.
It didn't make any sense, right? And I don't know what they think that Bailey Hayward playing at hooker is a good decision.
He's not a number 9, bro.
Or
He's
even
a 13, 5'8".
Even worse, Kurt Mann playing a hooker. Like, what part of your brain sits there and puts a guy in hooker who's never played hooker?
I actually rate Kurt Mann as one of the best locks in the game,
He's the
bro.
best lock in the game, bro.
I love him at lock. I'd love to buy him and put him in our lock as a lock.
Feel good, you're an idiot. Serraldo, you're more of an idiot.
He's such an effort player, Kurt Mann. I love watching him play.
That whole team is
Put him
effort.
at lock.
But
put Alex Twal back at the front row with Terrell Mate, bro.
Our whole team is effort, Alex.
Bro.
Right? And the boys, when you don't feel like you're appreciated, right? Or when you feel like even if you're playing your absolute best and we're winning, you still get axed. What makes you want to play? Irrespective of your contract. What makes you want to play?
Yeah, hard out.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So the problem here is that you've got a culture that is built on, being tight-knit, putting effort in, family-style culture, and then you come in with your executive brain and you just want to count these people like their numbers, right? And you want to make sure that you can buy your team as opposed to build your team. And then what happens? You're not going to buy a team full of players that actually don't care about the club, the culture of the club, or sticking with each other. You can't... What can you buy there?
Yeah, 100%.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
So, look, for us, I think, yes, we're lucky to win that game. Got to buy this week. Recover.
Oh, do you guys got to buy this week?
Recover, recuperate. Maybe come out the week after playing a little bit better, sticking to things a little bit better. Galvin's actually putting in a lot of effort. He's just not a number 7.
That's all it is, bro.
Put him at lock.
I keep saying it. He'll be an amazing player in the next 5 years. Amazing player.
Put him at lock and he goes really well.
Lock 6 and you're perfect.
No,
he's
not
a
6
7.
or 7. I don't want his fucking hands on the ball, especially on last tackle, because he's had too many brain snaps. He needs to be a running lock. Just be that extra pair of hands that pass the ball on.
It's just that he's a defensive liability.
Because when he's in the middle, he's not a defensive liability. When he's on the edge, where he is now,
true,
that's where he's a defensive liability.
Have the
right? When we play a team like Manly, when they've got a Kolawatu running at him like a freight train, tell me he's not going to be defensive liability.
No one can tackle Olakawatu when he's running like a freight train, bro. Fuck,
you serious, man?
Bro, do you know Laurie Daly, the fucking idiot, put him on put him as number 20. He replaced Olakawatu with Dylan Lucas, who, don't get me wrong, is an amazing second rower for the Knights, amazing second rower, but Olakawatu's in career best form. I actually believe that he played a decent game.
He did not play good for Origin.
No.
Played good for Manly. He didn't play well.
Don't get it twisted. There's only so much a second rower can do when your team is literally on the back foot. You're tackling for majority of the whole game, and your fucking team can't hold the ball. He actually did really well.
Yeah, he didn't do bad. He didn't do that bad.
He didn't miss a tackle. He made meters when he fucking carried the ball.
As long as Crichton's not in that New South Wales team, I'm happy because he doesn't deserve to be there.
No, he's actually pulled out because his shoulder's fucked.
He doesn't deserve to be there.
But he dropped him to number 20. What's the point of having him there?
I don't know, bro.
You've just taken away his spot.
Who's the other second row then?
It's Dylan Lucas and
same as what's
Hudson Young.
Yeah. What about the lock? They still got Isaiah Yeo at lock.
Unfortunately, yeah.
What about what's his name from Panthers?
Liam Martin.
Yeah,
he didn't put him in. I know.
He's like our Paul Gallen.
Yeah, bro. Paul Gallen was like, how the fuck do you not have Liam Martin in when he's played amazing the last 3 weeks?
He's the best enforcer New South Wales got.
I don't know, bro.
Gosh.
I don't know, bro. New Queensland hate when he's there. We all see it.
Yeah.
They hate when he's there.
Because he gets under their skin. He's the Paul Gallen that we
He's
lost.
the one that
Paul
fucking smacks Tina Fasua-Malawi all the time.
Yeah, don't worry. Anyway, we're going to get onto the topic before we make.
Anyway, sorry. Breaking news just to finish it off. West Tigers are about to sign Israel Folau. You heard it here first.
You're a liar.
I'm not joking. Yeah.
Is he back in the NRL?
It is back in the NRL.
Wow.
Yeah, you heard it here first. Train and trial.
That's shit for everybody.
Before June 30.
That's shit for every club now.
Yeah, you heard it here first.
That's mad. That's so good.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Watch this space.
Okay. When you guys have your full strength team, you're a very hard team to beat.
Fuck, all we need is our players back, bro. We still got 6 players out. That's half a starting 13 side.
Hard. Alrighty, guys, we're going to move on to the topic now. The topic is why intelligent people still struggle to lose weight. All right. Now, the reason why I've decided to go with this topic is because there are a lot of smart people that we train, a lot of smart people that we know, but at the same time, they actually don't understand how to lose the body fat that they want to lose and then keep it off long term. And the reason is because they all have always felt that it's about having the right kind of knowledge.
Yep.
I actually believe that's not the knowledge that they are lacking. It's actually the right kind of system.
I was just about to say that. I think it's having a plan, plan in place that suits them.
It's the right kind of system, right? And then when you got the right kind of system, you're able to stay more consistent.
100%.
So there's a difference between knowing and doing. So we all know what to do, but there's some of us that do it and stay consistent with it, and there's others that start it, then stop it, or don't do it at all.
Well, I think it's because of the fact that as well, like we just said, they've got this program or plan, right, that they've put together, right, with the knowledge that they have, but they have failed to understand that a program is only as good as what you can make of it with your lifestyle, with your schedule, with your routine, with your environment. You know what I mean? If you're, talking as men, if you're a father of 3 kids, your wife is also working full time, and you own your own business, right? And essentially you're most likely going to be a bit strapped for time, right? But then you have this program with the knowledge that you've put in place, or with someone that you've seen on social media, or a coach, or whatever it may be, but you've got this program and it does not fit your schedule because of your time constraints. And then you get demotivated because you can actually only get into the gym like maybe 2 to 3 times a week max, but your program says you need to be there 5 days a week, right? And you're trying to organize, your life at home as well, your life at work with your business as well as your health, and then you end up missing out on meals because you don't have things organized, and you end up having a late night which throws you out on the next day, and so this plan that you have ends up becoming demotivating. And then you end up feeling like you're going backwards. And so you might have a hiccup one day, and then you're like, fuck, well, I stuffed up this day, bro, don't worry about it, I'll start it next week again. And it's because of the fact that, like you said, there's no system in place because every system is relative to the individual. It has to be, because everyone lives a different life. And so if you don't have a system in place that suits your life at that current point of time, and then you're also knowledgeable enough to understand that you need to adapt and modify every day, every week, because every day and every week is going to be different as well.
Mm.
And that plan needs to have room for modification as well, right? For example, you have an event on a Saturday, and so your calories for the week leading up to it may shift or alter to account for the Saturday event. Like all these different systems that you need to have in place, you know? So, yeah, there's a lot of people that may fall victim to not having the right system, even though the program itself or the plan itself looks amazing.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. I totally agree. What's your take on why most diets fail long term?
Sustainability. I truly believe it's about sustainability.
Give me an example.
Well, let's use an example of a client that we've worked with in the past where they've come to us and, you know, their previous coach had them on keto, right? Or had them on a ketogenic diet.
Fucking keto.
And as good as it can be for some individuals at the current point of time that they're in, we do know it's not sustainable for the general person that wants to be able to still enjoy their life and achieve their goal.
Yeah.
Because you're very limited to what you can eat. And especially if you have events on, dinners on a Friday or a Saturday or a Sunday, or weddings, christenings, or you're just a social person that likes to go out on the weekend all the time, right? It's very hard to maintain. And 9 times out of 10, you're going to be restarting every single week because you fuck it up on the weekend, right? So it's sustainability. You have to have a nutrition plan set in place, or methods of nutrition set in place that are sustainable for you, for your lifestyle, for your week, for your training, and in saying that, for your health at that current point of time as well. You may, like, I'll give you an example. I know a project manager that was going through a massive project. It was like a 4-month project, but this thing was like deadline, and they had to get, like, I'm talking almost $100 million worth of construction done in that 4-month period.
Wow.
Crazy project. I don't know how they got it done. But it got to the point where, like, the bloke was working like 18 hours a day. You know what I mean? And so imagine him on keto, doing 18 hours a day with barely any sleep.
Yeah.
He would have fucking fried his nervous system.
Yes and no. The thing with keto is that you can be on a ketogenic diet and still feel okay. It takes a bit of time to get used to it, but the amount of calories you're consuming is really important.
100%.
Like, this is where, like, looking at the macros is great, but you must look at the calories as well. So you can be on a ketogenic diet and still perform pretty okay, but you need to make sure your calories are up there towards your maintenance. The nature of ketogenic diets and how they're used today, they're used very wrong, right? Ketogenic diets are for 2 people only in this world: people who have cancer and people who suffer from epilepsy. Anybody else, you don't need to be on a ketogenic diet. If you're choosing to be on one for weight loss purposes, you can get the same weight loss goals achieved by eating normally, right? Having a balanced spread of macros, but just managing calories.
But so that's what I'm trying to say. What I meant, sorry, let me elaborate with what I'm trying to say. With a ketogenic diet, there's a level of, you have to really plan out your food.
Well, you have to, because
right?
you can't just go random at it, no way.
Exactly right. You can't go random at it, because if you were
It's
to
too
go
hard.
get something on Uber Eats, what the fuck are you going to find on Uber Eats that's keto?
It's too hard,
right?
yeah, exactly.
So that was what I was trying to say. Because he was so caught up in this project, the last thing that he wants to think about is food, right? So it's much easier when you're caught up in something like that and you have a very, very busy schedule to be able to either grab something, right, that you can just eat and that's going to fit into your calories and macros, right? Or something that's just going to be very easy to whip up at home, like fucking minute steaks and rice. You know what I mean? Like something that takes literally 2 minutes to cook at home, and you literally warm it up in the microwave the next day with a packet of rice.
Or invest in Platinum Training Academy's Platinum Meals Meal Prep Service.
Hard out. Good plug. But yeah, so that's what I mean. Like, that's where something like, you know, keto would probably most likely not work for him at that current point of time as well.
I had a conversation today with a client. I put a post up today about eating 5 times a day.
This is the whole fasting thing that I overheard you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the question that I got asked in that live presentation that I did was, how do you build a better relationship with food? Right? And I hear this a lot. I need to have a better relationship with food. It's, you know...
there's no good food and bad food, there's just food.
Yeah, so my biggest thing is, first and foremost, there's 2 things you need to understand. Number 1 is get out of the mindset of good food, bad food. There's food you should have a lot of, and there's food that you have minimal amounts of. That's how you got to look at it, number 1. Number 2, you must eat 5 times a day. And eating 5 times a day is not going to get you fat.
Yeah, 100%.
Right, so this client just DM'd me. It was just a general question. I wasn't really kind of saying I was wrong. Hey, what do you think about this? And he shared this piece of information with me that our doctor was talking about fasting. And how long-term fasts, 24, 48 hour, or 36 to 48 hour fasts are actually beneficial for you. And a lot of them recommend fasting for everyone all the time. And I said to him plainly, I said, no. I said, not everybody needs to be fasting. I said, somebody with an autoimmune disease should not be fasting.
No, 100%, no way.
All right, somebody who's got cancer should be fasting, right? So there's different, rules for different people based on their circumstance.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So my biggest thing is when we train the type of person that we train, they are already inconsistent with their nutrition. They're not eating well. They're actually not eating a lot. They're putting a lot of body fat. And they're wanting to lose body fat. Well, I'm going to tell you, don't eat anything at all.
When your body's already stressed out.
And the whole premise of this fasting is that it's going to allow your growth hormone to spike. Your body will run through what's termed as autophagy, which is cellular healing. And therefore, your body will be able to clean itself out. There's another way to get autophagy without dying in the ass with starving,
but
with fasting.
We do know that the growth hormone spike is actually because of the fact that the body is signaling itself to keep itself alive.
Yeah, it's burning muscle. That's why growth hormone spikes.
That's what
exactly
I mean.
Right.
So the growth hormone spike that they use,
Yeah,
they're
but
using it out of context.
No, it's not out of context. Their purpose is saying it like that to sell people who don't know anything.
That's out of context, though. So
That
they're saying,
science, dude.
Yeah, you get
idiot for that.
You get a GH spike when you fast, which will help. And it's like, no. You get a GH spike because your body is registering the fact that it's burning muscle. And because it's burning muscle, it goes into a state of, fuck, I'm going to die. So I need to do this.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a beneficial GH spike.
Exactly,
it's not the GH spike you get when you're sleeping for recovery.
That guy's stuff many years ago, I saw it. And he's like, you want to look like me? I fast. I'm like, bro, you're running that much gear, right? How do you get bigger when you're fasting? It's absolutely impossible. They're running gear, these guys, that I don't care. I'll say it all the time. They're running a bunch of peptides, or they're running gear.
Because the amount of people in this world, in this industry, that are on PEDs is fucking ridiculous.
But the point of what I'm trying to get at, it's not about the PEDs. It's their fasting. They're saying fast. You're going to look like me or be lean like me.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Tell the whole story.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Anyway, so
let's context.
Let's get back on track.
No, I'm joking.
So when I spoke to him, I said, no, don't do it. He goes, why? I said, because you need to be nourishing your body with good nutrition because you have neurotransmitters you need to fuel. You have hormones that your body needs. Okay, you have muscle that you're trying to build. You have training that you're trying to recover from. You have down-regulating your nervous system that you're trying to improve. Right, you need energy to focus at work during the day. I said you can't be living off coffee all day, not eating food all day, and thinking that a water fast or a complete fast of food is ideal for you. It's not. I said nobody that I've trained in the 16 years I've been doing this has gotten good results when I've chosen to fast. Every single body who's followed what I've told them to do to the T has gotten results, and they're eating 4 to 5 times a day.
Yeah, 100%.
Everybody, myself included. And I've tried fasting.
Yeah.
All right. You know what happened when I broke my fast? I ate like a horse. I was bloated for 2 hours. My digestion was shot to pieces because that big dump of food in your system, it's not easy for your body to digest that. It doesn't
100%.
prefer that.
And that's why I said to a lot of people, that talk about intermittent fasting, I just said to them, you do realize it's a tool to create a calorie deficit, yeah?
Yeah, exactly.
That's literally all it is.
Most people use intermittent fasting because it works in their day. One less thing to think about. I get that, whatever.
Yeah.
But don't you dare say that it's better.
In saying that,
it's not better for fat
loss. If you're using intermittent fasting because it works better in your schedule, is it actually intermittent fasting or are you just timing your meals?
The thing is, because they break their fast in the afternoon and it goes towards the afternoon, evening, and they're not working, they have a bit more time, they can do it. And by all means, go ahead and do it. But when you get to that phase where you've lost a lot of muscle because of your calorie deficit,
that's all it is essentially.
And your fat loss slows down, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Eat less food?
That's what I mean.
And then your fat loss will slow down again after a period of time. What are you going to do? Eat less food?
And this is the education that people don't understand.
So this is where...
Just because you see your clothes getting looser on you or the number on the scale dropping doesn't mean you're losing fat.
Exactly. We don't want people to lose muscle because losing muscle is very unhealthy.
And that's the issue, because then people...
for the body.
How many people do we know have done intermittent fasting, and then when they've come to us, they're like, oh, I want to build muscle. And I'm like, okay, sweet as. This is what we need to do, blah, blah. Oh, but I barely get 2 meals in a day. Why? Oh, I'm intermittent fasting. You do realize that building muscle requires nutrients, yeah?
Exactly. So, but the thing is, on top of that as well, when we look at getting them to train with us, right? I look at what can we do to be able to get the body to recover, because what happens when you recover? You make progress.
100%.
Right? So when we look at it from that perspective, with all the knowledge that I have, I cannot sit there and say, yep, keep doing your fasting. We're going to train really hard in the gym. Everything's going to be okay.
They end up burning out.
But they get fatter.
Yeah, because they're
Because
stressed.
the stress is up and they're not recovering and they're losing
100%.
muscle. The more muscle you lose, the easier it is to put on body fat.
100%.
Right? The more muscle you build, the easier it is to lose body fat and then keep it off long term.
There's only one guy that I know of. He's a tradie. And because he starts at 6:30 in the morning, right, he doesn't have his first meal to Wednesday first break at 10 a.m. And so he purposely has his dinner at 7, finishes eating after that, like say 7:30, doesn't have his first meal till 10 a.m. It's not exactly an intermittent fast, but it is.
How many meals do you get in a day?
He's still making sure that he hits his 3,000 calories a day though.
Okay,
You
so
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not intermittent fasting at all.
That's what I mean. So
He's got a time block that he uses to his advantage.
thank you.
So he's consistent with his calories, and that's it. Intermittent fasting, look, again, one person should be doing intermittent fasting or any kind of fasting, right? Cancer patients, that's it. Because you want to starve that cancer cell of any nutrients that it can use to grow, or that tumor of any nutrients that it can use to grow, in particular glucose,
100%.
right? And this is what most people don't talk about. Like the oncologist will never tell you to do this with your food.
Yeah.
They'll tell you just to keep pumping more chemo.
Yeah.
Right? You need to starve the cancer tumor. And the only way to starve it is to not eat. Right? That is a whole other topic in itself. But the point of what I'm trying to get at, fasting is only suitable for those kinds of people. People like that we train that need to perform with their job, with their family, or they fasting isn't the answer.
No, it's not.
Right? So it ends up being this thing where they go all in, and this is going into our next topic. It's the all or nothing mindset. So they go all in on that topic. They go all in on that diet plan, and then they get stuck. And it doesn't work. Then what do they do? Well, they can't maintain it.
They just go back.
They rebound.
Yeah.
They do what's called, or they suffer from what's called weight regain.
Yeah.
And that's a real thing.
And it ends up just being this yo-yo effect.
Yo-yo, but the yo-yo is in the categories. The byproduct of the yo-yo is what? Fat gain over time. That gets worse and worse and worse. And I've seen it, and I keep getting frustrated with these
Yeah,
people.
but we see it all the time.
It's like, we told you. It's like a parent. Excuse me. It's like a parent that tells their kid, don't do it because I know what's going to happen to you.
And the
kid
kid
goes
does
and does it. And it's like, see, I told you.
It's like,
same thing.
Don't touch the hot plate. Don't touch the hot plate. You know what's going to happen. They touch the hot plate.
Yeah, exactly. Same thing. I just thought of my son just then. Right, but, again, it goes into the whole thing of, breaking that cycle of I'll start again on Monday, like you mentioned before.
Yeah, and I think it comes down to the fact of, it has to be the right plan for the right person at the right point of time, right?
And there's also got to be a level of patience that person shows too.
100%. Yeah,
right?
100%. There has to be patience with this stuff, man.
Like when you're looking at fixing things at the root cause, right, which is what I strive to do, we strive to do, it takes time.
Yeah.
Fat loss takes a lot more time than you want. I can get you 8-week transformation, but you can't maintain it. So what the fuck's the point of ever doing that?
Well, let's use an example of, everyone's going to relate and love it, with the peptides, right? With retatrutide. People are using retatrutide as if it's a magic pill now, right? Literally just to get a really quick result because they want to lose a certain amount of weight in 6 to 8 weeks. And they're just fucking injecting massive amounts of it. And I'm like, bro, when the fuck are you people going to learn?
No, this is the problem with society, right? Society is all after what? Instant gratification.
100%.
So if retatrutide, which is safer than Ozempic, gets you the result, right? And it makes life easier for you to get the result, of course, you're going to jump on it, right? Problem is,
it's not going to make life easier for you. It's actually going to make you...
Short-term it will.
It's going to make you feel like absolute dog shit.
Depends on a person, right? This is why it's so important, and this is the last thing I'm going to talk about before we wrap up this episode. It's so important to actually do your bloods. I believe this wholeheartedly. Do your bloods before you do anything around peptides or anything around PEDs. Do your
Always
bloods.
end to do blood work.
And
Always.
the reason for, even with the vitamins, bro, do your bloods because you need to know what's going on at that deeper level in your body. Because I've seen people that haven't got the foundations right and have very high cortisol at the wrong times of the day, and this is based on blood test results, have insufficient amounts of certain essential nutrients in their body, in particular things like omega-3 and vitamin D, and they jump on retatrutide for the fat loss goal that it gives, all they do is not eat and nothing shifts.
That's what I mean.
Right? Nothing shifts. And they go, I tried it and it never worked. I said, because you tried to do a shortcut, and there's the fact that you tried a shortcut, that's why it's not working.
Yeah, man.
You can never, ever, ever, ever discount the fact that the foundations trump.
Always.
They trump
Always.
any peptide that you can take.
Always.
I don't care what the data says. The data shows after 48 months of using retatrutide,
48 weeks.
48 weeks, of using retatrutide, there was like a 25% to 35% reduction in body fat. But what it's not talking about, that's a summary. Right? They're all over the Instagram post. Go and read the actual research papers to see what these people were actually doing.
Yeah.
They were eating well. They were sleeping well. They were following a nutrition plan.
Yep.
They were exercising with weights. They were doing the right things, then taking retatrutide.
Yeah.
Right? If you're not sleeping well, good luck. You're not eating consistently, good luck. Right? You haven't got the right kind of supplement protocol to support everything that's going on with your body, good luck. Right?
And if you're not training with weights, good luck.
Double good luck. Right? People need to understand. I know you know this, and we preach this a lot. You're not a kid. I'm not going to treat you like one. Do what the fuck you want. Don't come to me crying though when you don't take my advice about how to do it the right way.
Yeah. And again, always like to mention, we're big advocates for peptides. Big advocates. But they're not a magic pill. None of them is a magic pill.
Habib, I've said this many times and I'll say it again. I use peptides. I'm not ashamed to say it. Right? But before I started peptides, what did I do for 12 months to get it consistent?
You made sure that every marker in your body was as perfect
mind
as
you,
it could
I didn't
be.
need to do it for 12 months, but I wanted to do it for 12 months because I wanted to get the habits right.
Yeah.
The reason why, and I want to build a lifestyle that I need to build, is because I'm not going to use peptides forever. So what's going to last longer? The foundation I build and the habits I build, or the peptide uses?
No, your foundation's always going to last.
Exactly. So I'd rather get the foundation right, use the peptides for my autoimmune disease that I was working through, and then once I've stopped them, which I have most of them, my foundations are still there and I'm still staying consistent with them. So how I look, how I feel, how I'm performing is still the same.
100%.
Right? This is where people miss that crucial piece there.
Yeah.
So getting the right kind of guidance is really important.
Bro.
Right? And then I see these ads on social media about you don't need a medical degree to go and be able to get people to take peptides. I'm like, what is going on, bro? Like, the
what do you
medical...
mean, bro? Have you seen the ads now on TV about how obesity isn't just... Oh, my God.
Don't. I know what you're going to say.
Have you seen them, Ben?
Yep.
Do you know what I'm talking about, yeah?
Yep.
And I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you guys promoting? What are you promoting?
Say the whole thing for the audience.
Oh, bro, I don't know. I tuned out when the fucking ad came on.
They're talking about the fact that obesity is a disease.
Yeah, it's a disease, and you should exercise. It's not about willpower, and that you should go consult a doctor to help you overcome your disease of obesity. Pretty much saying, go consult your doctor, we'll get you on Ozempic, jab this, fuck your insulin, fuck your organs, but you'll lose weight. You might die, but you'll lose weight.
You know, I saw another ad on the back of a bus. I literally wanted to rip this ad off the back of the bus. It's your 10,000 steps a day is not going to get you to lose weight. Cutting your stomach will. I read it. I was like, are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me?
What the fuck has that medical system got into, bro?
And like they allow these things on. Imagine how many people see that and go, you know what? That's a good idea. Yeah, 10,000 steps.
Bro, you have not.
Shut up.
The rate of people cutting their stomach is back up again, bro. Mark my words. Mark my words.
Very sad. I have a very close friend of mine.
I know so many people that have gone overseas to go get this fucking stomach surgery done.
They go to Turkey to do their hair. They come back with their stomach cut as well.
Don't get me fucking started.
But I have a good friend of mine on that. It's very upsetting. He come to me. He's like, Anth, he cut his stomach against my advice. He went and cut his stomach because he feel like he couldn't do it any other way. And now he's come to me going, Anthony, I have this really bad disease, and if I don't start fixing up my health, I could potentially die. I said, this is why I told you don't do this.
Yep.
I said, I'm not trying to kick you when you're down. I said, but...
No, fuck it. I'll kick him when he's down, bro. You're an idiot.
Don't kick them when they're down, because they're already down. Why? The objective is to get them to turn their life around.
Fucking
don't
dumb.
Kick people when we know it's dumb, but the point is when you're vulnerable like that, don't judge, bro.
I'm not judging. It's just dumb.
Bro, you're judging. Anyway.
I'm not judging them. I'm judging the decision.
I just said to him, I said, this is why I told you don't do that. Now we got to spend...
But you're literally talking about, like, this is the one thing I can't comprehend. And I probably would never ever be able to comprehend it. You're talking about an organ in your body that you're literally cutting in half and you're getting rid of the other half and putting it in the bin. Like, just contemplate that for a second.
Oh, I know it's silly. I know.
What the fuck is... Oh.
I know it's silly, but like I said, Alex, before, instant gratification. Right? Instant gratification. You know that there's...
And people think it's normal.
There's other people that I know that have actually put the weight back on twice as much
Yeah.
because they haven't got the lifestyle
Yeah.
right or the foundations
Fucking oath.
right?
And then their health has declined, just like you said, like
very sad,
the guy that you just spoken about.
All right, team. I guess the main message of this episode,
Don't be dumb.
yes, but also it's not about our knowledge. It's not about lack of knowledge. It's about the right kind of system, and you need to implement the right kind of system for you. If you're struggling, reach out to Alex or I. You can find us on social media, Coach_Alex K, Coach__ Kassis. Ask us the questions. We're more than happy to help you.
100%.
Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget, team, like and subscribe to us on YouTube and Spotify. Thank you.
Thank you.